You might be considering taking Social Security at age 62. Stop! The data shows that you'll live longer than you think, and by taking the benefit at the earliest age allowed, which is 62, you could be costing yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars in your lifetime. Let me show you the numbers and why it's important to wait. I'm Brad, a certified financial planner. I'm here to help you create peace around the issue of money, both now and in retirement. In order to coach you on how to make great decisions around your Social Security timing strategy, I'd like to introduce you to Dave and Donna White. This scenario is based on actual longtime clients of our firm, but we changed the names for confidentiality reasons. Let's dive in. Dave owns an architecture firm, and he's worked hard his whole life. He started at the bottom, and he worked his way up before buying the company out. He can't wait to retire at 65 and enjoy a nice lifestyle in retirement. Dave's tired from working long hours for 40 plus years. Dave is 61 years of age, and his goal is to retire at 65. Donna, she's 59 years old, and she spent the better part of her life as a part-time realtor, and she's also raised two great kids, Justin and Heather. Neither Justin nor Heather want to take over Dad's business, so Dave plans to sell it prior to retiring. Justin is in IT, and he's not creative at all like Dave is. Heather thinks that math is boring, and she works in the restaurant industry. One of Dave's biggest concerns is he wants to make sure that Donna's financially secure should Dave die first. Dave is convinced that he won't live until the age of 80 because his parents both died in their 60s. So let's take a look at some of the other things that are really important to them. Dave also wants to maintain his lifestyle in retirement, and he would love to travel to more countries than his age. That's one of his goals. Dave wants to help the kids get started in life, and he also wants to play more guitar. This is something that he picked up as a kid, and he just hasn't had a lot of time to play guitar because he's been working so much. One of Dave's projects is he wants to improve the front yard garden, and he'd like to spend more time gardening. And Dave's goal is to golf at least once per week. Donna, she would love to be able to help the kids as well. And her goal is to spend more time with the grandkids once they get on the scene. Donna wants to improve the front yard garden as well, and she'd like to travel to beautiful beaches around the world. She loves to travel. Donna also wants to learn how to knit in retirement and then be able to help pay for the grandkids' college. One of the goals that they have is this coming year, they would like to be able to travel to Hawaii. They're gonna spend about $15,000 to take a trip over there. And when Dave first came to see me, his original strategy around Social Security was to take it at age 62. He figured he'd take his benefit as early as he could get it because he wanted to use it to take more trips during these years. And so we went on a journey to craft a custom strategy around when Dave and Donna should take their Social Security benefit. And our focus was how do they max it out and how do they really optimize their Social Security benefit strategy. Let me show you what we did using software called Social Security Analyzer. This is a fantastic way to put together the optimal timing strategy of how to maximize your benefits. People often think of their Social Security benefit in terms of a monthly income amount. They forget to consider the total accumulated benefits that get paid out over their lifetime. Let me show you what I mean. So if Dave and Donna were to take their benefits at 62, the monthly combined income would be $4,407 per month. However, if they decide to delay their benefit until age 67, which is their full retirement age, now the monthly combined benefit increases to $6,258 per month. This is pretty substantial. And what happens if they decide to delay their benefit all the way until age 70? That's the latest age at which someone can claim their benefits. The benefit increases up to $7,760. That is quite larger than what it would have been at age 62. So from the age of 62 to age 70, Social Security benefits are increasing by about 8% per year. This is a big increase, and it's guaranteed as well. It's guaranteed by the taxing ability of the US government. There are no investments that I can offer you that are guaranteed to offer you an 8% return annually. So it's a pretty good deal if you look at it that way. Another thing that Dave overlooked is something known as the earnings penalty. If Dave decided to claim his benefit at 62, but continued to work until 65, as was in his financial plan, he would have been subjected to the earnings test on the Social Security income. The earnings test says if you're claiming your Social Security benefit and you're not yet at your full retirement age, they look and they see how much income are you earning from work, and if it's above a certain amount, so it's right around $19,000, if it's above that amount, for every dollar above that amount, they withhold 50 cents on the dollar in your Social Security benefit, and your benefit has the potential to go down to zero. And in Dave's case, he was making enough money owning his architecture firm that his Social Security benefit literally would have been zeroed out. So there was no sense in Dave claiming his Social Security benefit at 62, so long as he wanted to continue working until 65. So that's something you have to be really, really careful about, is understanding the rules, knowing how much income you're going to project earning at work, and making sure you stay under that threshold, because you too could run the risk of zeroing out your Social Security benefit, which doesn't serve you any good. So as I mentioned, Dave was planning to take his Social Security benefit early at age 62. He thinks that the Social Security system is going bankrupt, and this was a large driving force of why he wanted to take his benefit. He also didn't think that he'd lived long enough for delaying his benefits to make sense. So I shed light on the fact that the Social Security system is not going bankrupt. It's going to be here for people. Letting Social Security fail is the political career ender for any politician. They simply won't let it happen. Too many voters are counting on it. And there's two viable solutions here to fix the problem. One of which is they can push the ages out at which people can claim their benefit. Right now, the earliest age that you can collect your benefit is age 62. And full retirement age for many is either age 66 or 67, depending on your birthday. And the maximum age that you can collect your Social Security benefit is age 70. By pushing those years out just a few years can add many years to the Social Security trust. In fact, they've done this before. Back in 1980, they pushed the full retirement age out a couple years, and it had a big impact on making sure that the Social Security trust lasted longer. And in addition, the other thing that they can do to solve the problem is raise taxes. So while you're working, 7.65% of your income is being withheld, and a lion's share of that, the bulk of that, is going towards Social Security. A small portion is going towards Medicare and disability. Your employer is also paying 7.65% of your wages into the system, also to cover Social Security, Medicare, and disability. They've talked about raising those numbers by 0.1%, and actuarials are saying that that's going to add 50 years to the Social Security trust. Now, speaking of the Social Security trust, let's examine what's really happening. So the media would have you believe that the Social Security system is going bankrupt. And while there's definitely challenges to the system, going bankrupt is technically not accurate, because what's going to happen is We've had years and years of surpluses building up in the Social Security trust, and those are getting spent down. We've got 10,000 baby boomers a day signing up for Social Security as they retire, and so the Social Security trust is getting depleted. And somewhere around 2031, 2032, 2033, depending on the study, somewhere in the early 2030s, the Social Security trust is going to go to zero. And so the media is telling you that it's going bankrupt. But the truth is, as long as we have a normally functioning economy, payroll taxes are still going to cover about 77% of the promised benefits. So it's not like your Social Security benefit goes to zero, it gets reduced. Now, do you want a reduction? I didn't think so. I wouldn't either. But let's just be clear about what's really happening. It's a reduction, it's not going to zero. So Dave wants to take Social Security at 62 because he thinks it's going bankrupt and he thinks he's not going to live long enough for it to make sense for him to delay. And I pointed out that Dave's parents died early because they were blue-collar workers, they were smokers, they had poor diets. Essentially, it was a different generation, a different time, and really a different environment. I reminded Dave that he was different than his parents. Dave worked at a desk his whole life. He didn't smoke, he prioritized exercise, and he had access to good health care his whole life. Like most parents, Dave's parents wanted him to have a better life than they did, and he's living that life. So his outlook that he's only going to live until age 80 is really short-sighted. In fact, Dave has a 50% chance of making it to his mid-90s, and I want to make sure that his money makes it there with him. But what if Dave doesn't make it to age 90? There's an important aspect of this decision that he overlooked. His wife, Donna, might live a lot longer than Dave does. This is usually the case. Us guys, we don't make it as far as the girls. In the case of a couple who are both in their 60s, the data suggests that the husband has a 40% chance of living until 90, while his wife has a 50% chance of doing the same thing. The odds that at least one of them will live until 90 is higher again at 70%. That's wild. 70% chance that one of them is gonna live until their mid-90s. So now let's explore survivor benefits. If Dave's benefit is higher, and it is, and he dies first, Donna is going to switch over to Dave's benefit, and that's called the survivor benefit. So this really becomes a two-person, two-life expectancy decision, not just Dave's life. He needs to pay attention to when he takes his benefit, because if he dies first but Donna continues living for years after him, she's going to be on his benefit. And if he takes that benefit early at 62, and it's roughly 70% less than what it could have been if he delayed it till 70, he's really penalized Donna, which goes against one of his main goals, which is to make sure that Donna's looked after long after Dave passes. Let's take a look at a couple different options, and we'll show you the strategy that Dave and Donna chose to help maximize their benefits. Okay, so Dave's initial plan was to take the benefit at 62. And as I pointed out to him, number one, it was going to be subjected to the earnings penalty, and it would have been zeroed out. And when he heard that, he realized, oh, this is not the best decision for him. And when I pointed out to Dave that the survivor benefit was going to go to Donna over the rest of her lifetime, he decided that taking it at 62 was not going to leave her enough income. So as we looked at, you could see that the benefit at age 62, the combined benefit would have been $4,407 per month. And then by waiting until full retirement age, the benefit increases to $6,258 per month. This is an increase of over $1,850 per month. It really adds up. And so let's take a moment and let's just compare claiming the benefit at age 62 versus full retirement age for Dave and Donna. So at 62, the benefit, $4,407 per month, and by the time they made it to age 80, if they both make it to 80, the total cumulative benefit that's paid out, $988,832 by claiming the benefits early at 62. Let's compare that to had they decided to delay until full retirement age. Now the monthly benefit increases to $6,258, and the cumulative payout increases at age 80. It's $1,020,000 and change. So you can see that the decision to claim benefits at full retirement age really breaks even right around the age of 80 as compared to taking the benefit early at 62. But what if they both live? What if Dave and Donna live until 90? Now the payout, the cumulative payout, is $1,771,014. And you compare that to what the payout would have been had they claimed it at age 62, it would have been significantly less at age 90, about $1.5 million. This is almost $250,000 less by claiming that benefit at 62 should they live until 90. And I know Dave doesn't think he's going to, but the data says that there's a 40% chance that he might and a 70% chance that either him or Donna is going to. And then let's look at that outlier strategy. What if Dave was really wrong? What if Dave lives until the age of 100? Like my wife's grandma made it to almost 97 years of age, and the more people I talk to, everybody knows somebody that's in their late 90s or beyond. Well, should they live to 100, the total cumulative benefit for delaying till full retirement age would be $2.5 million. That's a lot of money. Right now, we're talking about full retirement age, which is 67, versus age 62 as the claiming strategy. What if we explore delaying all the way until age 70? Now let's take a look at 70 versus 62. So at age 70, the monthly payment is significantly higher, about $3,300 higher, $7,760 per month. The cumulative benefit at age 80 still has not broken even. So claiming earlier at age 62 is a winning strategy versus delaying till 70 if you don't make it to 80. So put another way, if you know for sure that you're not gonna make it to age 80, maybe there's health reasons, maybe you've got some serious medical things going on, then delaying to 70 does not make sense for you. But if you're not sure or you're in reasonable health, kind of like Dave and Donna, and you really just don't know, this data is meant to help you make a good decision. Now let's look at that situation where, let's say Dave and Donna made it out to age 90. Well, now the cumulative benefit on that decision would have paid out $1,916,000. This is about $400,000 more than the cumulative payout should they take the benefit at 62. That's a significant chunk of change. And what if they make it all the way to age 100? Now it's paid out $2.84 million. This is about $800,000 more than had they taken their benefit at 62 and lived all the way until 100. So this is some big, big dollars that we're looking at. Let's start to compare the benefits, and I want to talk to you about a concept known as the break-even point. The break-even point is the point in time at which the decision to delay makes sense because now you've received more in cumulative benefits than you would have received by taking less of a benefit at an earlier age. Let me explain what I mean. So right here, we are comparing the decision of taking your benefit at full retirement age versus early at age 62. And what you can see is that the decision to take it early at 62 actually is the winning strategy all the way out until Dave and Donna really are right around the age of 80. So put another way, at age 80, Dave and Donna break even, and if they delayed their Social Security benefit until full retirement age, at age 80, they start to get ahead. They start to have more money in their pocket cumulatively. And so here you can see that if they make it out there to their 90s, there's a significantly larger amount in their pocket, $240,000, $250,000, had they delayed till full retirement age versus age 62. I'll show you visually here what that break-even point looks like. You can see it right here in this graph, really nice and cleanly, that at age 80, that's the place right there where taking your benefit at full retirement age, 67, and having waited those 5 years versus taking it at 62, the break-even point is right there at age 80 for Dave and Donna. And that was a really enlightening thing. And as Dave really studied the facts and studied the data, he recognized, yeah, okay, he started to understand there's a good chance he might live past 80. And so you can see right there is when that strategy starts to get ahead. Now, what if we're talking about claiming your benefit at age 70 versus taking it at 62? Now it gets even more interesting. You can see a couple things. The first thing I'll point out is the decision to delay it all the way till 70 makes the break-even point actually extend out about a year, out to age 81 and 3 months. In other words, Dave and Donna need to both live until age 81 and 3 months for it to make sense to go ahead and take that benefit at 70. And should they have decided that and they make it all the way out to their 90s, now you can see that's where the decision to delay to age 70 starts to put $370,000 to $400,000 in their pocket as an added benefit. And you can see that visibly represented right here. Here's the break-even point, and you can see it really clearly at age 81. That's the point in time where it makes sense, where it starts to pay off to have delayed until 70. And this was really eye-opening for Dave. So as we started to work through the process, he started to realize, okay, taking the benefit at 62 probably isn't the best thing. But then he started to wrestle with, well, what about taking it at 70 and really maximizing the benefit versus full retirement age, which was age 67? And then we started to compare those two strategies, and I'll show you what that work produced. So what we found, this was fascinating. The decision to delay all the way until 70 versus take it at full retirement age. Taking it at full retirement age was the winning strategy all the way out until age 82 and 3 months. In other words, Dave would need to live past age 82 and 3 months for it to make sense to collect the benefit at 70 versus full retirement age. And then when we continued on in the analysis here, we showed him that at age 90, if Dave delayed taking his benefit till 70, it would have put about $145,000 extra in his pocket versus taking it at full retirement age. So as we work through the process, and I'll show you right here, here's that break-even point that I talk about. Break-even point on age 70 versus full retirement age was right there about age 82. And as Dave worked through this process, he realized that taking it at 62 was going to be a mistake for him based on all the factors we discussed, but he still wasn't comfortable delaying that benefit all the way out till age 70 because he still wasn't confident that he was going to make it to age 82 in 3 months. So we settled on the strategy that both Dave and Donna would delay the benefits past 62, and they would claim their benefit at full retirement age, which for them was age 67. And at the end of the day, this type of strategy made them sleep better at night. It put a lot more money in their pocket, over $250,000 should they live to at least age 90. But at the very least, it accomplished Dave's really important goal of making sure that Donna was cared for should he die prematurely, because now she can claim that benefit at his full retirement age. That will become her survivor benefit, and it will be significantly larger than Dave's benefit at 62. So we worked through a very lengthy process, but we ended up coming to the best conclusion for Dave and Donna. And what you'll find, as with all of these strategies, there's no perfect answer. There's no right answer. This is all about choices. In fact, I always joke, if you could tell me the day that you're gonna die, I'll tell you the day when you should claim your Social Security benefit. But the reality is nobody knows for sure. That's why it's important to work through a process. You gotta have a financial plan, and then you have to work through a process and do the analysis in light of your overall financial plan to make the best decision around optimizing your Social Security benefits. And keep in mind, Social Security is indexed to inflation. By delaying their benefit, Dave and Donna had a larger amount of income that was receiving cost of living adjustments from the Social Security system. This made it much easier for them to keep up with inflation and fight it off. So let me show you the positive impact this had on their overall financial plan. Let's take a look. In the base plan, Dave and Donna wanted to take that Social Security benefit at 62. This meant that they would have an income stream earlier, but that later in life, they would have to take larger distributions because they had a smaller Social Security benefit. So as projected, this is all the way out to the end of life, we were anticipating that they'd have about $6.5 million left in their investment portfolio in the original plan with taking Social Security benefits at 62. Let me show you what happens when we implemented the strategy of taking the Social Security benefit at 67. Now, instead of having $6.5 million left, they had $7.6 million left, which is a pickup of $1.1 million. They were thrilled. And what's more, when we stress tested the plan, we ran it against 1,000 randomly generated scenarios. We found that in all 1,000 scenarios, they did not run out of money. So the decision of when to take the Social Security benefit needs to be made in the context of your overall financial plan, because it's such an important decision and there's so many factors that impact it. There's really a lot of ripple effects as to the decision that you make around your timing strategy. So make sure that you make a good one and you help to optimize your claiming. I don't know which strategy is best for you, but one thing is certain. I can help you design a plan to maximize your benefits based on your specific situation. This This stuff is so complex and personal, but it's my job to ensure that you understand it and you make a great decision around your benefits. This is serious stuff, folks. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars at stake here, and many people don't know that they could be missing out on a lot of money. So if you're learning something new or you're finding this informative, please share this video with people in life that you care about and who are starting to think about retirement. And if these numbers sound good, but you're still concerned about your life expectancy, I'm here to remind you that you're probably going to live a lot longer than you think. The average life expectancy numbers are for the average person. But you're not average. Many of you are similar to Dave and Donna, and you've worked a white-collar job at a desk for years. You're educated about living a healthy lifestyle. You have knowledge about family medical history to take preventative steps and maintain good health. You make better health decisions than your parents did. And while you enjoy your vices in moderation, you make your annual checkup appointment with the doctor, and you have access to good health care and you can afford to pay for it. All of that factors into living a long, full life. Don't make the mistake that so many people make and take your benefit way too early because you're uninformed. This can cause you to leave hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table. I don't want you eating cat food at age 85 because you couldn't wait. If you like what you heard in this video and you want help crafting a Social Security strategy that's right for you, there's a link in the description below to talk with me. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.